Brother, holy shit. Here we are. Welcome back.
Got us a dragon.
Yeah, we hey, look, man, look. The Lakers have Luka Doncic somehow. We traded Anthony Davis. I look, bro. So
Bro,
look, from
tell me
from
how
my
this even
perspective,
happened.
yeah, like all right. So I for everybody that doesn't know, I'm currently living in Las Vegas. I live on the West Coast. I'm in the Pacific Standard Time Zone. So
Right.
it was only as Javar fools with his camera. it was only like what 10:30, but when I got the notification, I wasn't even on my phone. I was watching this new Disney Plus show called the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And when my notifications went off, I was just like, yeah, I'll check it later. I'm sure it's nothing. It's so late at night, 1 a.m. on the East Coast. There's nothing going on. And then my phone went off again. I'm like, that's weird. Like back to back like that. That's really weird. And I
It was
checked
hot.
it. And I, I was just like, Shams has to have been hacked. Like he has to have been hacked because it said that the Lakers just traded Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. It had to be hacked. So I immediately stopped what I was doing. I scared Avi to death. She was laying right next to me. She's talking about, so what's wrong? Who died? I'm like, I'm about to die. What are you talking about? Like, we just traded AD. Like I was like, no, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. This is a bad dream. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
You
And
said it was
then
1 o'clock when you saw it. By the time you saw.
it was 10 my time, 1 Eastern.
Okay.
Or it was like 12:30 Eastern because I immediately called you. I called you. I'm like, Javar,
You
pick up.
called me.
Yeah.
I missed the. I didn't. I missed the call. I was actually good. I was actually about to get on you. It was like, how you didn't wake me up? How you
I was
didn't wasn't
like,
like blowing my phone up?
I called you 3 times, first of all. So check that. I was like, Javar, pick up the phone. Avi starts recording me. She's
Yeah.
like, she's
Okay. I
like,
do
what are
see
you doing?
two missed calls. Okay.
He was like, what are you doing? He's sleep. He's sleep. I was like, he's not sleeping. If he is, he needs to wake the fuck up. Cause like, what is going on?
You
Like,
know, it's funny. I left my phone at my desk because as a side story, I'm kind of hobbled, so I just kind of left it there and kind of forgot all night.
oh my God. And to me, it wasn't real until I saw other people like Chris Haynes and Mark Stein reporting on it. That's when I was like, holy shit.
Oh, so you
Um,
thought Shams was hacked? I mean, what
hell
what
yeah.
what made you say that? Just because the ridiculousness of trading Luca,
Yes.
or
Yeah, and
yeah,
it just came out of nowhere.
out of
There's
nowhere?
been no inkling of
Nobody knew anything about it.
yeah, of
Crazy.
anything. And you know what's actually really funny about this? We have been talking so long on the pod about how you are so ready for a soft reboot and how you yourself always say, look, the Mavs are on the clock. The Mavs are on the clock. Like Luka,
Yes,
Luka.
that I was always ready to sign him. I didn't think we were going to trade for him, or if we did, I thought it'd be we have to bid. You know, that's why I didn't want to
Yeah,
trade all our picks. I was like, we got to have some stuff to trade for Luca.
yeah.
Yes, I've been like that.
It's crazy,
I,
bro.
I, I, I've been identified. He had to be our next guy if we were going to be anything relevant.
That's it's just insane. And just to finish up the story, the Blazers and Suns were playing. It was a blowout, and the Portland announcers started talking about the trade live on air in the fourth quarter. And I'm just
Oh
like, what
wow,
the fuck? Like this is real. Like this
wow!
is so real. I
I
turned
saw
on
the reactions of the
ESPN.
players.
Yeah. You see all the players talking about it. I turn on ESPN. Stephen A. Smith is on a phone call talking about it. Like I'm just like, it's real, bro. Like this is crazy. Like we just traded for Luka. We traded AD. So, um, man, give me your thoughts. Like you woke up to this at what eight
Yeah, I
this
was I
morning. So
was I was one of the lucky ones that just woke up to it. One of my buddies was like, "I know you going crazy like not right now. What the hell is going on?" I was like, "What's going on?" I thought it was like something political or something. So
mhm.
I'm check CNN. I'm like, "Okay, nothing going on. Donald Trump didn't do nothing crazy." So I was like, "What's happening?" He said, I'm gonna let you wait till you check ESPN." So I checked ESPN. I was like, "What? Holy shit! Like what? We traded AD for Luca?"
It's crazy,
And then
man.
just going through the trade, it's like AD, Max Christie, and a
And a first round pick.
2029 pick.
And
That's
Jalen
it.
Shafino. And
Uh,
Jalen Shafino.
oh yeah. Which we already gave up on him anyway. So and he's hurt, I think. So, um, wow,
Yeah.
wow. I
Wow.
mean, I was just like, I mean, I'm
This
glad
is
I
the
didn't see
biggest
it
trade
last
of my
night because
lifetime,
I
bro.
wouldn't have been able to sleep. Like, did you sleep last night? I would not be able to sleep. I've been
I
up
was
all
tossing
night
and
on.
turning. I was up till 3 a.m. my time. So
Yeah, I would have been on, on Twitter and looking at the emergency podcast and all that. I would have been just too juiced up. So I'm glad I didn't see it.
Mhm.
But holy shit, yeah, I mean, really all day I've been kind of taking it in.
Yeah, man.
Um, it's I mean, it's a lot of implications there, man.
Mm-hmm.
On every side, like you look at the winners and losers, and like the people behind, the people involved, the players. Um, I mean, this is a franchise-changing trade for the Lakers. This is
Yeah, and the Mavericks.
and the Mavericks, of course. But for the Mavericks to make this decision, I guess they feel like they're in the win now mode right now in their window with Kyrie and Clay and the contracts they already committed to. Um, I find it hard to believe that they felt like Luka couldn't fit into their championship plans.
Mm-hmm.
Their GM came out today and had more to say about the trade. I guess it really came down to for them that they thought that he was going to leave in free agency or something,
Mm-hmm.
or they didn't want to trade him to Supermax.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Luka gave no,
Supermax, yeah.
sorry, sign him to Supermax. Even though Luka gave no indication. I mean, he by all accounts, look, he was going to sign it. He was happy being there. Maybe in a couple years, he might have gave them some demands and asked for a trade possibly. But I felt like they got way ahead of that, of course, and without any kind of bidding war. It's just interesting how it went down. Like it was just according to the Mavs GM, he was talking to Rob Pelinka like a couple weeks ago, and was like, hey, wouldn't it be pretty crazy? Like, if would it be too crazy if we swapped Luka for AD? Like, would you do something like that? And I guess Rob was like, huh, that'd be pretty crazy.
Trolling.
But
yeah, you're trolling clearly.
if you're serious, I think I would do that.
Yeah.
And then
I'll
that developed. Yeah, yes, sure. What the fuck? You're funny.
Yeah, right.
But call me back if that's what you're serious about.
You call me back.
Right.
I will take 25-year-old superstar Luka Doncic. Yeah, I will. Man, look, I think. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think there's a few things that kind of preceded this that kind of built the foundation for what the Mavs just did. One is the Kevin Durant and Brooklyn thing. I really think that a lot of GMs around the league took notice to what happened when KD demanded a trade with 4 years left on his deal. And they were
right
like,
before the deadline, like
yeah, and like all GMs are kind of just like, whoa, okay, like we cannot let this happen. And then now again with the Jimmy Butler thing, like the Jimmy Butler and Bradley Beal thing, where it's just like, bro, like these dudes are kind of ruining two franchises, two teams that had hopes of going far into the postseason. And I think, and honestly, I think Zion and the Pelican situation has a little bit to do with it too, where they're just like, look, man, like these are young guys. These are guys that are about to make $350 million. And do we want to commit to them when we have some inkling of this is what's happened in the past with other players and other organizations? And do we actually think that Luka is going to want to stay here for 5 extra years on top of the 2 that he's already committed? And
I don't know. Like I think that's not a bad. I mean, I get what they're saying because, like, from the outside looking in, it does look like Luka would be the type. Like he's like there hasn't been really, I don't think, any European that's asked for a trade, like a European superstar that we've had in the NBA. I don't know if you count Porzingis, but I think the Knicks kind of got ahead of that before he even got to that point. But Luka, I think, could have been a candidate. Like I could have seen him
100%.
Ask for a trade very soon because the Mavericks, I mean, before last season, they were kind of in a quagmire. They couldn't quite figure out how to get a contending team around him. And it's through the different forms of coaches and leadership they had there, they've, seemed to clash with him already in his career. So I could have seen that coming, but not like this. But I mean, I guess, on paper, you look at the Mavericks, I feel like they got maybe some more moves to do. I don't know. Like they I guess they're gonna try to contend this year and maybe the next couple years because it's not like AD and Kyrie are young, so they're 31, 32. I don't know if that makes them a contender right now. I think they're probably in a better position this year right now than the Lakers, but we'll see. Lakers, we'll talk about them here soon. They've got some more moves to make. But on paper, yeah, they've got a good defense with Max Christie and AD and PJ Washington, Gaffer, Lively, and I guess Kyrie is going to be their number one offensive engine. Of course, AD may be the number one option depending on matchups, but. I don't know. I wish AD the best. I know he's kind of just like, damn, like I thought they was building around me. I just signed an extension. I asked for one thing and you shipped me out of here. I asked for a center and I'm out in a week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, AD has made his thoughts known about him wanting to play the four since he's been in New Orleans. He's literally talked about it every single year. But for whatever reason, him going on. I mean, obviously this isn't really the case because we know now that Robin, Mavs GM Nico Harrison have been talking
Harrison.
for weeks now. So, um, but yeah, man. I mean, look, AD. It's still so hard to believe that it's like really true. Like seeing AD in like a Mavs jersey is going to be super weird. But I do want to talk about the Dallas Maverick side of it now because
Yeah.
they traded their franchise guy, 25-year-old, five-time first team All NBA already. We've had numerous reports of essentially them calling him a fat slob. They're like, look, he comes in a training camp overweight. He's
a diva.
yeah, exactly. He's a diva. He's hard to deal with, and we don't want to pay this guy and have him be the face of our franchise. We don't believe in him. We're trading him. And I just if if I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan, this is the biggest slap in the face, like to me as a fan. Like I've seen people making jokes about it, but I'm so serious. Like I don't care if Luka Doncic smokes weed every day. I don't care if he drinks beer at halftime. He
He's
averaged
literally Luka
34.
Doncic. Yeah.
Yeah, like he averaged 34.99 and took us to the finals last year. Like he can do whatever he wants, bro. Like I don't care.
I mean,
This isn't
I won't say he
somebody.
can do whatever he wants. We can work with that. You know what I'm saying, like, we will try to. I mean, I will fight that battle. I mean, this man is productive. Like
That's what I mean. Yeah.
he gets you where you need to be. Like, yeah, like I
Yeah.
can fight. I mean, yeah, this like I put in another chat. Like, this is the type of player that teams tank like half a decade for, or like shoot for a decade for. Like, you might get this once a generation type of player. Like, the Mavericks are lucky to have Dirk and then get Luka right after. I guess they think it's gonna be that easy, but unless you're the Lakers, I guess it's not that easy. Most teams have to go a long time before they find a player like this, and you're not supposed to just give up on them before it even gets to like the real contentious moments. It hasn't even gotten there yet where you feel like you have to cut bait.
Yeah.
He would have
Luka's
signed
not.
the contract.
He's not even in his prime, bro. He's 25. Like
Right.
they just gave up. That's to me, that's like the most insane thing. Just like the Mavericks. I mean, look, you trading somebody in any shape or fashion means that we have a need that we can't resolve with this current player, and we're trying to fill that need.
Hmm.
And for them to say that about Luka at this stage in his career, where he's had no major injuries, um, and he's taking you to the Western Conference Finals, the NBA Finals, he's been an MVP candidate. I just, man, like it almost leads me to believe that there's something more going on here than just him being a fat diva. like maybe they saw something medically and they're just like, okay, it's time to pass him off. Like hopefully not. And
I
I'm sure
think I would say
the
more
Lakers
going
doctors
on.
will be thorough. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's he hasn't shown anything medically that
Right.
would give you pause, right? Like that we've been able to see.
Hmm.
Excuse me, but I would imagine, yeah, there might be something more going on as far as like there's not a great relationship between Luca and ownership and management for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think it has anything to do with new management coming in? That was Mark Cuban's guy. I mean, we've seen it happen before with different organizations when different people take over organizations, whether it's ownership or GMs or head coaches or whatever the case may be. If they didn't draft or if they didn't pick this person, then that's just not their guy. And they're going to do whatever it takes to move on so they can have a fresh start as the new leadership. Do you think that has anything to do with it?
as far as like the GM.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't think so because when the guys first started there, he seemed very excited about working with Luca and all that. I would imagine it might be have something to do with the ownership. There is a new ownership.
Hmm.
Cuban would never let this happen.
Never.
But these
Never.
owners, I guess because they feel like he's fat or he's not the tip top shape that they want.
Yeah.
They just flip him and think they're just gonna get another one because they don't know no better. I don't
Hmm.
know. It just feels to me like the new owners just didn't give a damn, and they had a mandate that's like, no, like we need our players to be specimens, and we
1%
need
body fat. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. So
Miami Heat
um,
style.
exactly. So it seems like it seems something like that. They just didn't have any patience for Luca, and it was like, fuck this. I'm not giving him the super max. Like, and
Okay.
it just seemed like it was some pride shit. I don't know. Like,
Wow.
To me, that I would guess, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. And if I was a GM, I'd be hard pressed to put my name on that almost. I know it's his job, but I'd kind of mention that. I don't know. I don't know. He's in a tough spot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, for him to come out and do
Can't throw his
interviews,
owner under the bus.
I mean, he was doing interviews last night. Like he's like seriously, he was like, yeah, I did it. Like, and I'm standing on it. Defense wins championships. We want Anthony Davis. And look, man, I think we do need to spend some time giving AD his flowers because he has been the engine for our championship. I mean, he was so integral to our 2020 championship. And he's been so integral to our franchise since we traded for him. We both have shared our doubts about him being a actual number one,
Yeah,
but he's probably one of the best number twos ever. So like AD going to the Mavericks is absolutely going to help them. So give me your thoughts on just that move about AD and the Mavs, and where do you see them now as presently constructed?
I mean, I see him getting traded in like a year or two. To be honest.
Damn.
I mean, that's like they better win the championship this year. Otherwise, this is the worst. Like this is a terrible trade.
Well, what if they don't win it next year, but they win it in before AD is like Washington? He's like 35. Excuse me, 35 or whatever. Like, let's say in the next 4 years they do get one.
I believe he turns 32 in a couple months.
March. Yeah.
Okay. So this is his age 32 season, what they call that. So you say basically they have to win a championship within 3 years.
Yes.
And I think Kyrie is also turning 32 in this calendar year.
He's turning 34. He's 33 right now, isn't he?
No, I think Clay is the one that's 34 already.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Kyrie and AD the same age, or give or take. But man, that's just a big bet on them staying healthy. It's a big bet on Kyrie. AD, I mean, they both are proven. Oh, 33. Okay, they both are proven they can win championships. These are guys that, you know, honestly, as number twos to LeBron. It's kind of funny. Damn, I didn't even think of that. I didn't think of that. LeBron's outcast, or I don't say outcast. His son, his exes on the same team. Oh man, that's funny. But they should have a good synergy together. I think they'll play really well together. They'll be fun to watch. I feel bad for AD because he's going to somewhere where I don't know if he's really wanted and embraced right now. Like Mavericks fans are so hurt.
Yeah, they are,
and they don't believe it. It's going to take like he's going to have to do a lot to like, I guess, win over the fan base and like have them show up the game to support the team right now. And I don't think it's his fault. I think he's going to perform. I think they're going to have a good season if they stay healthy, but he's just in a tough spot.
Yeah.
And because of the age, I don't think this is something that they can just plan for like 5 years. So
for sure.
To recoup and rebuild, they've already traded a lot of their picks to try to compete with Luka. So they're going to have to like get some picks back, I think, by trading AD or Kyrie or both to kind of rebuild, I think, in a couple years.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, man. I've seen Mavs fans look. I mean, understandably, they've been upset that they traded Luka Doncic. Like, I totally get that.
I couldn't imagine it, bro.
Yeah, like, can you imagine trading Kobe like at 25?
Right. I mean, I'm thinking even like as a Braves fan, how hurt I am when they lose like Freddie. And Max Fried and Dansby and stuff like that. But they weren't like traded like in their primes, you know, like this, you know. So that'd be like if Acuna never got hurt and he just traded him or something or whatever, just gave up on him. You know, I don't know. It's I couldn't imagine it.
But look, I do want to say this for the Mavs fans, you're getting a hell of a talent. Anthony Davis is 30, 12, 5 assists, 5 blocks, easy. When he's out there pumping. Now, I do want to pump the brakes on something a little bit because it seems like Mavs fans.
Max Christie is a good get too if he could get some minutes in the rotation. Like,
I think he should be able to. He will. Clay Thompson's playing like 18 minutes a night. Like Max is gonna play. But look, I just want to caution Mavs fans by saying that, like we have a solution for Jokic now, and like we can beat the Nuggets. Like pump the brakes. Like
well, they got multiple bigs now, so I don't know.
That doesn't matter. Look, Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively are not doing nothing with Joker, and neither is Anthony Davis. And that's all I want to say.
The idea is not one-on-one, but if they crowd him, just like how the Lakers was able to with Dwight and JaVale with AD, like, you know.
But those two guys at the time were, especially Dwight, Dwight was Defensive Player of the Year, like, and he knows what he's doing down there.
He was old, but like he
Was
still had it in him.
older, but yeah, I mean, he
Yeah.
still had it. Yeah, I mean, Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively have done nothing in the league yet to make me say right off the bat that yeah, they got it against Joker. Like, let's pump the brakes here.
But if I was AD, I'd be pleased with that center rotation after dealing with Jackson Hayes and Koloko.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, look, I honestly, I think that the Mavericks are going to be a good team now. I wouldn't be surprised if they pass us in the standings very, very soon here once everybody gets healthy and everybody gets going. But yeah, man, look,
they match up like here in a couple weeks, right? The 25th, I think I saw.
24th, yeah.
24th.
You know, it's funny. Last night when the news was new, I was like, the Mavericks are going to win a championship. But then after I slept on it and I woke up and I was just like, actually, I'm not sure. No. I feel like this Mavs team against that Wolves team last year, I don't know if they win. I feel like, you know,
Luka tore them the fuck up then. That's
what I'm saying. Like Luka is him, bro. Like he's that guy. So like without Luka, like I mean, look, Kyrie is absolutely sensational, as Stephen A. Smith loves to say. But like he's not Luka Doncic. And yeah, so
AD, he actually does step his game up in the playoffs too. That's another thing for Mavericks fans. He but I don't know. I still just, I hate to have to say this like as a Laker fan now that I'm kicking him out the door or whatever. But if y'all go back and for any other, I'm just interested. I've been pretty consistent that I'm not sure if he can be your number one guy when you need him to in a playoff series, or like when it comes down to it in the last 5 minutes. We've seen he might not even touch the ball or might not take a shot in the fourth quarter. Maybe hopefully that doesn't happen as much with the Mavericks. Actually, I'd be interested. I'm going to be watching these games with the Mavericks, see how these guys turn out.
Yeah, and look, both AD and Luka are hurt right now, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's reports that both of them are going to try to be back for the All-Star break, but I just don't see it. There's really no need to rush them back. I mean, we were February 2nd at this point, but we'll see. But let's talk about it from the Lakers side, man. I mean, goddamn, we have Luka Doncic now. So that's cool. But obviously, we lost a major player in Anthony Davis and Max Christie, both two starters for us. Give me your thoughts on the current rotation, and we'll talk about what moves may or may not be made down the line. But as presently constructed, what do you think about this Lakers roster?
First of all, I'm a huge Luka fan. I've been a Luka fan since he's been a rookie. Before like Jokic came into the picture, I thought Luka was going to be like the next top best player in the league. And maybe he could still get there. Jokic is about to be 30. We'll see what happens. But it's surprising that this man still hasn't won an MVP. And now it looked like at some point he's going to win the MVP in a Lakers uniform. And that's exciting. But yeah, I mean, to say I'm elated about this transaction would be an understatement. Like I never envisioned us I've been probably one of the main components that proponents that of like, hey, let's blow this up. Like LeBron, whatever you want to do, let's trade AD. I thought it'd have to be for like picks. I never thought we would trade AD for like another superstar, especially one that's young and just now about to hit his prime. Man, like I guess whatever happens this season is almost a wash. I would hope that we still can try to find a way to compete, get a center, and maybe another two guard. I don't know. Like we need a little more defense on the perimeter now. Just stuff like that. Like I know we're going to be able to get everything at one time. But like it'd be nice to try at least for a center or two. But you just think about now, like the Lakers are set for like the next, I guess, decade really.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
With we've got our superstar of the future, and it's just insane. I mean, Lakers, we're as fans, we're so lucky, man. Like we have a lot of passion. There's a lot of us. Sorry if you hear my dog squeaking in the background. I thought I took all the balls. He seems to find more. But yeah, man, like we're so lucky, and I guess just see how everything falls into place, man. What do you think happens with LeBron now? Like, I guess
Yeah.
Chris Sage is saying he's staying through the season. He intends on staying through the season. I guess the Lakers are like, hey, Clutch, get out of here. We don't care. We don't care nothing about Clutch no more. Like y'all got us one championship 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like we taking our franchise back. So I guess it's no telling what. I mean, they might just mess around and trade LeBron to the Warriors or something and call it a day. I don't know if there's really anything from the Warriors I would love to for this current iteration we're going forward with now, but
Yeah. It is really interesting because currently we're at the fifth spot right behind the Nuggets. But we're only like 3 games back from the number 2 seed. And
really,
it's
how far are we
yeah,
from the play-in? Let me see. I didn't look at that.
like 2 games. The West is so fucking hard this year. But yeah, like it's so
14,
interesting.
4.5 on the Kings
Okay.
and the Warriors.
It's interesting because it feels like I don't know. It felt like we were really just like a move away from
Yeah, we're
like,
playing so well.
yeah, from getting to
Had a
that
big win against the
championship.
Knicks.
But I think I'm on board fully with this. Like you said, for me, I mean, first of all, I didn't want to just rebuild. Going through those rebuild years with fucking Robert Sacre and Xavier Henry, like it was tough. Okay, it was
You
tough.
went down for the tank, huh?
No,
You want to
it
do that
sucked.
again?
It sucked. But
I was prepared.
look, man,
I
10
was
years of
strapped
Luka
in.
Doncic, hopefully.
Got my helmet
Look,
on.
that's
got my Kevlar, got my battle gear. I was ready.
I was not ready for the tank, bro. I was not ready for it. I'm sorry.
I had to pinpoint on the grenade. I was ready to blow it up.
That's hilarious. But yeah, look, shit. I mean, we're getting a 25-year-old superstar that isn't in his prime yet. So, yay us. I mean, how fortunate are we as Lakers fans? Jesus. As far as like this presently constructed roster, obviously we have holes. I am super worried about Austin Reeves though at this point. I think it's time we bring him up. Look,
He's
Luka.
he's our best asset now. Like,
Yeah,
it's kind of expendable.
Luka and Austin Reeves together in the backcourt. That's barbecue Zimbabwe chicken, and like, we got to do something.
That's some tender ribs right there.
So Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic,
They don't make our defense better, but
it
I
doesn't matter.
understand the balance.
Luka, LeBron, LaVine.
No, we just scored 200 then. Huh?
Yes. Stop us. Shit.
Wow.
My defense, man. Stop us, baby. putting up 166 and 9 on you niggas like All-Star game.
Oh shit.
No. But look, I mean, realistically, obviously, there are moves to be made. I believe, the trade deadline is on February the 6th, which I think is Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know if Austin Reeves is going to be on this roster much longer, man. And I feel bad because I mean, I know
you've been trying to trade him for weeks. Stop it.
You love Austin Reeves more than I do, but
you've been trying to trade AR for weeks, bro.
Look, I would love it if he was gone. Okay, like
you want him gone?
Look, bro, people just don't respect him, bro, and I'm not having it no more. Like I am sick of freaking any guard in the league comes to the Lakers, or they're just like, who guard me? Austin Reeves? Oh, that's 50 tonight. And I'm just like, bro, like there's like nothing we can do about it. So
is there a deal with the Pacers?
I hope so.
It'll Miles Turner and maybe Nembhard or something. If we give him Rui and Austin.
It'll probably have to be a 3-team deal with the new CBA and everything. But I mean, I'm willing to go all in on this season if the Lakers are. So if they want to bring in Miles Turner, if they want to bring in Clint Capella, if they want to bring in Walker Kessler, which Danny Ainge is never going to fucking do, unfortunately, I'm here for it because I do think that we need to try.
It's crazy. Again, it's crazy that the Lakers didn't have to put all the picks, Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect, everything into the trade.
That would have been understandable, by the way.
We gave up more for Anthony Davis than what we traded him for.
We did.
And got Luka for. That's crazy. But, I mean, that's a great thing, right? You're trading a superstar still in his prime that's under contract in Anthony Davis that fills it's a rare position to find a center that's that multi-talented that can anchor your defense. And honestly, I think that's we all got to put a little more respect on Anthony Davis. I know he's got to say like, damn, like everybody's saying Luka got traded for peanuts. Like I'm a top 75 all time player. Like, but
Yep.
it's just for Luka, it's a different level. You just don't see this.
Never. This is the most insane trade ever. Like to me, like in the history of sports. Like I mean,
I can't think of nothing else.
Yeah, like I can't think of anything else. Like
only
that,
thing I could think of is like
shocking.
A-Rod when A-Rod signed with he left the other teams. Yeah, he didn't trade. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I was trying to go pull something out my butt there, but no, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's probably some old head shit from the '70s or something, maybe Kareem or Wilt Chamberlain or something like.
Mm-hmm. Niggas rebounding. Did you see Kareem got him?
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
I forgot what you were even asking me, but I'm still geeking out.
Yeah, man. It's
no. Just going back to that's the most beautiful thing is that we still have assets. So now, like, I don't give a fuck about trading them future picks now, like, because those aren't going to be lottery picks. We got Luka Doncic unless something terrible goes wrong, and it is what it is. But so yeah, that 2031 pick, I definitely include that with Rui or whatever. It's kind of if we could get a nice package or Austin. Yeah, Austin now. I love the guy, but now I mean he's kind of redundant with Luka Doncic. He's basically trying to be a Luka facility. Like he's trying to be trying to do his best impression. Now he could be a great secondary scorer, secondary playmaker. He could be a great off the bench. He could be a 6 man of the year type of bench player. And I wouldn't just trade him for nothing. I mean, because of his contract, that's another reason that makes him so valuable. So I'm sure there's a lot of teams that are calling around like, you guys weren't willing to trade Austin Reeves a couple of days ago. Now, what about now? But we clearly need a center that can pick and roll, pick and pop. So, but by the way, the Lakers also got Maxi Kleber and who else? Markieff Morris. He's a former champion with us, but he doesn't really play anymore. But Kleber, if he's healthy, that could be a little interesting.
Yep, could be.
But so yeah, we clearly gonna need a multifaceted center. There's not really many out there, and to me, I've been hearing all these rumors again about Miles Turner. It seems like the Pacers don't want to give him a new contract after this season, because they've already paid Siakam, Halliburton, I think Mathurin even got paid, a couple other guys. So they've kind of run out of money. Austin Reeves with his contract and his production, that could fit in there. So I'm looking at that. I don't know if they really want Rui, but I don't know.
Man, it's crazy. Like I just stated, the trade deadline is coming up.
Anything can happen right now.
This is like a very insane domino that we didn't even know was going to fall that has fallen. So like the Jimmy Butler thing still has to happen. The Bradley Beal still thing still has to happen.
Jimmy Butler, nobody cares about that. No
yeah, literally nobody cares. Yusuf Nurkic and the Suns situation that has to get worked out. DeAndre Ayton might be available from Portland. I mean, now that Jalen Johnson is hurt, who knows about Trae Young and what they're trying to do? There's just so many things like, from 4 days from now, this could be a completely different league. And it's exciting, man.
I think KD made a point like that. Like, after this, you can see any of these owners or GMs might just do anything. All these teams are they don't like where their direction is. They just shuffle the deck. As we're seeing a lot of crazy trades like this more, I guess, because it doesn't seem like we're getting as much free agency. And the teams have taken back the power instead of the player empowerment stuff since after the new CBA.
Yeah. And now I forgot as well with the Pelicans, DeJounte Murray just tore his Achilles, unfortunately. So now that
still
changes.
Need to be traded. Zion still probably be traded.
Yeah. So this trade deadline's in a few days.
What the Lakers get Zion? Austin Reeves and Rui for Zion or something.
That'd be epic. That'd be David Stern would rise from the depths of hell to be on that trade. David Stern would not allow it to happen. So look,
I really need defense.
I want to talk about Luka real quick in terms of the things that Mavs owner and people around the Mavs were saying about, he's a diva, he's out of shape all the time. What do you think we can do or not we, but what do you think the Lakers as an organization can do to help combat that? And do you think Bron is just going to put his arm around him and, take him under his wing immediately? Like, how do you feel like that's going to work? Because that is something that has to change.
Yeah, that is a legitimate criticism we've all had. I think LeBron will be setting the example. I think Luka looks up to LeBron. I think he doesn't want to let him down. I think he would actually like enjoy playing with him and like the opportunity to like, shepherd his next era or whatever. Not his next era, but his next possibly try to win with while he's still on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just the pressure of the LA media and the national media is going to almost make him like try to look in the mirror, like really be accountable for that. I would hope. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I think you're probably right. You're probably right. And hopefully it works. But honestly, if Luka's still averaging 30, 99, I mean, hey, bro, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
How much do you really worry about that on a scale of 10? Like, are you not really worried?
No, not at all. Honestly, I'm not worried at all. Like what's funny? I'm more worried about him playing in the summer and playing for like the Slovenian national team and shit like that. Like when he's not wearing a Laker uniform and
Just
putting extra miles on his bottom. Yeah, like I'm like way more worried about that than I am with his diet and his eating habits and shit like that. Look, last year he played 70 games. He took them to the NBA finals. He averaged 34, 10, and 9. Like I'm not worried about whatever he does in his free time. But him playing every single year for Slovenia does worry me.
I think that was almost his workout plan, is to just keep playing basketball all year and you'll never be out of shape. But I think that can ultimately backfire from overuse.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's 25, about to be 26, so he's young. But when he's 31, like AD is, when he's about to be 32, I don't want it, because that's how you can get hurt. But look, I mean, we got Luka Doncic.
It's crazy.
It's insane. Never thought this would happen.
I just feel like there's way more coming. Have the Lakers even announced it yet? I saw the Mavericks have announced it.
Yeah, I saw the Mavs announced. I haven't seen anything from the Lakers yet, but I haven't checked my phone in the 45 minutes we've been recording, so who knows? Hopefully there will be an announcement soon. Jason Kidd just announced that Anthony Davis will start at power forward when he's healthy.
Oh, yep, they've announced it. It's like 30 minutes ago. They tweeted it and all that. Yes, it really happened. Welcome to Los Angeles, Luka. That's crazy.
Nico Harrison just said Luka gave no indication he wanted out or wouldn't sign an extension moving forward. He also said the Lakers were the only team he talked to. He's saying this directly into a microphone. This nigga's doing a public media announcement right now. Like,
the fact that everybody thought that it was like fake is a bad look for him, right? Like, damn.
Yeah. Nico Harrison, the future to me is 3 to 4 years from now. The future 10 years from now, they'll probably bury me and Jason Kidd by then, or we'll bury ourselves.
Oh,
nigga, God.
What? That's morbid.
All right. Okay. Oh, Rob did make a statement. Let's see. We're overwhelmingly thankful for AD's 6 seasons with the Lakers, where he led our franchise to a championship and cemented himself as a perennial NBA All-Star. Luka is one of a kind, young. Luka is a one of a kind, young global superstar who will lead this franchise for years to come. His killer instincts and commitment to winning championships will be a driving force for the team. We will be relentless in building a roster around the on-court vision Coach Redick has for this basketball team, and there's an unwavering commitment to that work to serve our loyal blah, blah, blah. He's happy. Cool.
He's wearing 77.
Is he?
Yeah. I was wondering if he's going to wear 7 because that's where he wore in Europe.
Oh, okay. This is insane. It's
Whoa.
Yeah, it's gonna be so weird seeing Luka in the Lakers jersey, playing for us and rooting for him, not being like, please miss every time. Right. All right. Here we go, man. It's real. Look, man, this was super fun. I think we said everything we need to say. Most of it was just oh my God moments. Look, NBA trade deadline soon. We're gonna have to be back very, very quickly, but Lakers basketball, man, we're back.
All right, Wemby next. Let's go, baby.
Sacre le brew. Yeah.